everyone, this is MasterMax888, and welcome to MalOvent, which is obviously a play on the word malevolent, and as you can imagine, it has to do with this incredibly interesting SCP that has been featured in previous videos of mine. Tamiku also had his own take on Malo, so you might have seen that character previously in one of my reactions to a video made by Tamiku. But this time around, we're going to be taking a look at a visual novel that has to do with this SCP. A visual novel made by the same creator who made a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire, so that would be NightFoxWorks. He told me about this game, I think it might have been in my Discord server, and I said I would definitely take a look at it. I'd go ahead and try to record my playthrough and just, you know, experience this with all of you, so that explains why I'm here today. And he also told me that this game should be short enough to cover it all in one playthrough, in like just one sitting, one video. We'll see how that goes. You know, sometimes I can definitely take my time a little bit too much. And also, fair warning, there will be some H scenes throughout this video, so if you want to see all of that uncensored, of course, do follow me on Patreon to get all of this uncensored. If you're on YouTube, I'll have to swap those scenes out with something else. That's how it goes, so you should be familiar with the, you know, the way I do things. But anyway, let's start the game and see what it's all about. I am not the biggest fan of Malo, but I'm definitely a big fan of what NightFox does with his visual novels, so that's why I'm giving it a shot today. Please report any issues you find to, of course, NightFox himself. The default name for the protagonist is Henry Hart. You can change that now. I think I'm gonna leave it as is. I don't think I'm gonna change it. I'll just leave it as Henry Hart. That works with me. Waterfall Institute. Where did we hear about Waterfall Institute before? Does that ring a bell for any of you? So if you have a sharp memory, you will remember Waterfall Institute from a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire. It's mentioned plenty of times in his previous visual novels. So are these games connected? Anyway, back to the game here. Waterfall Institute, one of the best universities when it comes to computer science and engineering. The coursework is rigorous and meant to weed out anyone not committed to or not suited for their degree. Unfortunately for me, that level of academic challenge is kicking my ass at the moment. My name is Henry Hart. I'm a junior at Waterfall Institute, and as of late, I've hit a roadblock. Despite many hours studying and meeting with my professors, my current classes are kicking my ass. The only reason I'm still barely passing is thanks to a classmate of mine, Wishin1. Or Wishiwan? I'm sorry, I really butcher names atrociously. You know, sometimes I get a name spot on, other times I just do a horrible job with it. So, you know what? You can read. You can read. You can tell what the name is. It's right on your screen, so just read it inside your mind. Someone's texting me. Speak of the devil. It's she. Hey, Henry. Oh, Henry. My favorite chocolate bar. No kidding. I love it. I came across this new app during my vacation and immediately thought of you. That's nice. That's very nice of her. It's called Malo. Should be free on the App Store. Let me know what you think. I'll be back in town and able to chat in a few days. It's not unusual for she to send me memes and fun apps she finds. What is unusual is how my phone's battery level jumped all over the place. It's back to normal now. Must have just been a bug of some kind. Regardless, I might as well check out this Malo app. That app icon is a little ominous, with the stylized O against pure black. Or 0. The description of the app is interesting. About this app, for Henry. Never settled for those awkward feelings of being alone ever again. Malo is an exciting and interactive experience that will keep you engaged and intrigued. The anxiety of social situations can be nerve-wracking, but after just a few hours of Malo, you will soon forget all about those painful emotions of disappointment. It's part of life, man. It's part of life. Come on. Come on. You don't need an app for that. You just need, like, life experiences and you'll get better. For Henry, never say... Okay, it's just reading the same thing again. The more you participate, the more Malo will engage you. Your experience is completely up to you. It's very weird that the description has his name specifically. And that call out about anxiety, it's close to home. Thanks, She. You really know how to bury the dagger deep. I think we all have some form of anxiety, to be fair. I mean, come on now. Like, you can let me know in the comments section, but I think we all have our own challenges when it comes to anxiety. It's in all of us. I think even the best of us suffer from anxiety a little bit. It's just human. Still, if she recommended it, what harm is there in trying the app out? It's not like the App Store allows malware. Plus, there's supposedly no ads on top of being free. Well, that's a rare thing nowadays. That's reason enough to get it. Worst case, it'll just be some chat GPT knockoff that I can delete later. I hit the install button, set my phone aside as the app downloads, and drag myself out of bed so I can at least get something done today. By the time I return from the bathroom, my phone's done installing Malo. Or so it seems. When I look through my list of app icons and shortcuts, there's nothing new. Maybe the install broke in some way. I navigate back to the App Store and try to look up the Malo app once more. Strangely, there's no longer any results in my search. Maybe I just so happened to download Malo as it got pulled from the App Store for some reason. Oh well, I'm out of bed now. Might as well attempt to get some homework done. Though without She around, that's gonna be challenging. After 3 hours of beating my head against the wall, I give up and turn to gaming. I've been there myself before. I've been there myself before. Also, interesting setup. Look at that. Look at that setup. It's kind of similar to mine, except my desk is like bigger and I got like a whole fucking television screen right here. So I got the 2 monitors, a big ass TV, because, you know, I do stream console games and it's pretty useful. I only get an hour in before my phone chimes. Is that She again? Instead of a text, my phone's showing me a photo of the main food court of Waterfall Institute. Who sent this? And why is my battery level fluctuating again? I mean, you can really see it now. You can really see the battery level going all over the place. I'm about to hard reboot my phone when I notice something odd about the photo. Between the pillars is something out of place. Yeah, you can probably see it too. If you look like a little bit towards the middle, you'll see there's like something looking right at us. Someone is wearing some kind of animalistic skull mask. The elongated snout makes me think of canines like a dog, fox, or wolf. Hey, you know, really up in the air what kind of skull it is. Some people are saying it's a wolf skull. Some people are saying it's a horse skull, like me. I've been saying a horse skull for the longest time, but everyone's got like a different idea of what kind of skull it is. It's kind of a debate. A quick search on my computer makes me think it's meant to be the latter. So a wolf skull. I can't make out the figure's body from this angle and with the lighting conditions. It is vaguely humanoid, but beyond that and the mask, I can't pick out any distinguishing features. Also, using a lot of fancy words, aren't we? Really extending my knowledge of the English vocabulary here, and I appreciate that. I appreciate that. It's always a great exercise in, you know, practicing more English words, especially when, you know, I don't get to do it on a daily basis. Again, reminder, I speak French on a daily basis, so I appreciate this. None of the other people in this photo are giving this weirdo any attention like you might expect. The one wearing the mask is staring right at the camera too. Creepy. Very creepy. Either this is some kind of practical joke, or I got this picture by accident. There's no way of seeing who sent the photo, as this isn't the usual messaging app. After trying a few things, my only options are to zoom the photo and quit out. Naturally, I do the latter. I also note that my battery display goes back to normal as a result. I tried googling the battery issue, but can't find anything concrete as to why it might be bouncing all over the place. I also note that the photo's been automatically saved into my phone's gallery. Oh well, none of my afternoon classes meet today, so I can focus on relaxing and gaming. I hope whatever Henry's doing, he's playing the sponsor I currently have at the moment. He better be. He better be. After a quick bite to eat, I return to vanquishing orcs and collecting loot. The hours fly by. I'm only pulled out of my game when my phone chimes again. I thought I was hearing things earlier, but there's something off about my notification sound. I pick my phone up, expecting to see a text from my family, something from she, or an email. But what I get is another creepy picture, right? Instead of any of that, I'm greeted by another mysterious photo. This time it's of one of the quads on my campus. Specifically between 4 of the major lecture halls. And sure enough, the person in the wolf skull mask is there too. Right there again. By the lamplight. Just behind that, near the tree. There's Marlo. What do you want, Marlo? They're closer to the camera than the first picture, but they're still far enough to be obscured. Again, no one else in the photo seems to notice or care about them. As the saying goes, once is happenstance, twice is coincidence, 3 times is enemy action. That's a declaration of war right here. If I get another photo like this, I'll know that this is something far more serious than someone sending to the wrong number. For now, I quit out, shake my head to clear my thoughts, then get up from my desk to fix dinner. After scarfing down my meal, it's right back to my computer. I mess around online until 11 PM, at which point I turn everything off and get ready for bed. My phone makes a noise the instant my head hits the pillow. Could it be? Damn it! Another photo. We can see Marlo creeping from this shelf of sorts, this bookshelf. I recognize the location as the 3rd floor of the university's main library. That's where she and I usually study together in one of the meeting rooms. This picture doesn't show said rooms, but it does have the wolf skull individual again. They're peeking out from behind one of the stacks of books, as if they were playing hide and seek. At this point, I have to face reality. This is no longer a case of getting messages meant for someone else. Someone is deliberately sending me these photos, but why? Why would they do this? If it's an elaborate prank, then it has stopped being the fun kind. Are they trying to unnerve or threaten me into doing something? Could whoever they are be a stalker? Would be the first time something like this happened at Waterfall. Making a bunch of references to a Fortnight at Frenni Fazclaire here. There's a lot of connections, a lot of clear connections being made. The university has an interesting history to say the least, but none of that helps me now. Now I have to decide what to do, rather assess what I can do about this. There's no phone number to block a report, which is what I normally do in this kind of situation. My only lead is that the Malo app could be related in some way. Perhaps we should delete it. I checked the list of apps on my phone. Nothing. No sign of Malo. Maybe I should back up my data, then fully reset my phone. Should I factory reset my phone? First decision! Took some time to get there, but we finally made it decision time. I'm not gonna reset the phone. I'm not gonna reset the phone. The whole point is to meet Malo, right? That's the whole point here, so let's just leave it as is. If the Malo app is on my phone and truly hidden, it's likely that it has a way of surviving a factory reset. That would make resetting my phone a massive waste of time. I'll have to brainstorm other options. Set my phone aside, pull up the covers, and try to get some sleep. It takes a bit for me to nod off, but once I do, I get a blissful 7 hours of rest. Imagine being able to sleep for 7 hours. Wouldn't be me, wouldn't be me. Sleep is for the weak. I don't need no sleep. I got something better than sleep. That's when I noticed a notification from my news app. It auto-flags tech articles from the local news outlet so I can keep up with current events. I thumb over to the news app and open it up. I'm greeted with an article about some people's bank accounts being compromised. What stands out immediately is that all 20 of the affected people downloaded a new app the previous day. And like the Malo app, this one disappeared from the store and showed no signs of being installed. Are we being hacked right now? The article goes on to list out the damages in the thousands of dollars. Did my accounts get hit too? I rush over to my computer to check my bank. I don't trust my phone at this point. After frantically typing in my username and password, I breathe a sigh of relief. All my money is where it should be. There's not much of it left over for my internship, but it's still there. He's still broke as fuck, but, you know, whatever's got left is still there. Just to be on the safe side, I make sure two-factor authentication is set to use methods other than ones involving my phone. I also changed my reset questions so they aren't guessable. There's not much else I can do on that front, but at least I know to watch my account for any suspicious activity. Speaking of suspicious activity, something's not adding up. Why would she recommend such a malicious app? You know what? That is a good point. That is a good point. It wasn't even a text message from she to begin with. That might have been Malo who sent us this message asking to get the app. I should most definitely ask her about it. It's quite suspicious. Very suspicious. Hey, why did you recommend that Malo app to me yesterday? She has no recollection of it. She has no recollection of it at all. I didn't text you yesterday. I was busy with preparations for the wedding. You're sure no one got a hold of your phone? No one but me has touched my phone. Then how did I get these messages? That's really weird. Those aren't in my message log. All I can tell you is that I didn't send those. What's this Malo app thing? Did you download it? Fortunately, yes. Long story. When will you be back? Not until the 9th. Why, are you in trouble? Maybe. Maybe not. Could all be an elaborate prank by some hacker. Just don't worry about it. Enjoy the wedding. We gotta figure this out on our own. I hope I didn't freak her out. I probably should have thought things out, instead of replying off the cuff. Oh well. I can do anything about it now. Same goes for the Wolf Skull issue. I have an 8 AM class coming up. I have to be there, even if I don't understand half the lecture material. And, this will definitely take more than one video is what I'm starting to realize. Maybe 2 videos, maybe even 3. So, I'm debating when I'm gonna cut off the first video. This seems like a good place for it. This seems like a good place for it because we have the intrigue, right? we're trying to understand what the hell's going on with our phone, what is Malo after, which, you know, I would guess it's probably Henry, the main character here. But there's a lot of questions, a lot of things that remains to be determined, and I feel it's a great cliffhanger to end this video with. And, hey, not much had to be censored so far, to be fair. It hasn't been anything really explicit, but it's all about the story, all about the intrigue, and all about finding out how do we get to Malo, right? How do we confront Malo and get the answers to our questions? That is probably something we'll see in the next one, so definitely stay tuned. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. Join the Great Legion's Discord server to be notified of anything I'm up to. And take a look at my Patreon page to support all future content and support all projects I'm currently working on. There's a brand new Patreon outro that's going to be playing after this. I made some small changes, and I also have all the names of the current Patreons. So stay tuned for it. I hope you're going to like the new Patreon outro. It's not super different, but different enough that, you know, you'll notice it. You'll know it. But yeah, thank you so much for watching all of this. I hope you're enjoying this story as much as I am. And I'm going to be back very, very soon with the second part of the story here. It shouldn't take too long for me to continue the story, as those kind of videos are rather straightforward and easy to edit, so it's going to take no time at all. So yeah, I hope to see you in the next part. Take care of yourselves. Thank you so much for watching. And with that, as always, take it away!